Hello, this is Dr. Jason Munsell, fake pipe. This is the first little recorded lecture thing for our computer-mediated communication class online. So everything is online. I obviously can meet with you individually or as a group if you want to, face-to-face. But it's meant to be completely online for your convenience and because it's cool. What I'm going to do, I'm hopefully going to be really brief here. I just want to say a little bit about the course, go through the course syllabus with you, and at some point later on this week I will be sending you a little bit more information about the very first chapter. But hopefully if you watch this, you'll have a much better sense of what this class is all about. So the syllabus has been up for a couple of days now, and right now it is 3 o'clock. It is Tuesday, January the 10th, 2017, the first official day of classes. And so and it just sort of depends on the situation when I put together these online lectures and send stuff to you. I do have a weekly schedule in the syllabus, but there's no set anything really, except there are some set due dates. But we got some flexibility. A lot of this stuff is asynchronous, which means sort of not time, but not one thing after another, not set. For instance, you're not watching this right now while I'm doing it. You can watch it at some other time later on, whatever, hopefully this week. But in any case, so I will always let you know though when new stuff is up. So it is computer-mediated communication, CMC for short. All the cool kids say CMC. By the way, this is the world, and that is my other world, Taylor Swift. I just found a 2017 Taylor Swift calendar. Liked it because I really need to shake off 2016. We like Taylor Swift, though. Who doesn't? Okay, so my name is, if you haven't had me before, you're already going, what the hell? But my name is Dr. Jason Munsell. I've been at Columbia College since 2003. I've taught this class before. I'm not an expert in all this stuff, but I certainly have a PhD in communication studies, and I'm invested in teaching things like media literacy and digital literacy and everything like that. So, but computer-mediated communication is big. I'll define that later on, but it's really mediated. Media is a plural for medium. So computer-mediated communication is really sort of any communication that is mediated through the computer. This is CMC. This is CMC. So lots of stuff we're going to be talking about. That's where my land office is, Columbia College campus, Cottingham Theater 207. I have my, and maybe you're just sort of going along on this. I know you probably cannot see that from there. But it shows you when my office hours are. Perhaps most convenient for you is that I will have digital office hours in the mornings, or virtual office hours, whatever you want to call it. So you can friend me on Facebook. Search Jason Brian Munsell. That's my full name, not just Jason Munsell. That is my not full name. It's my more private, where I post lots of pictures of cats and monkeys. But in any case, read through, and I'm always available to you. But there's my office hours. I also have the teaching schedule. If you want to know where I am on campus and off campus, sort of, kind of. In any case, more stuff about social media. I am obviously all over the place. You follow me on Twitter, and you too will need a Twitter account if you don't already have one. I also have a Tumblr blog, but you won't need to use that this time. Have a YouTube channel that I actually use to post some of these lectures and then link them to our KC course shell. I'm sort of all over the place, and if you don't know me, you will learn quickly that sometimes I just say stuff that's. So I really don't like Well, I do like to play with dirt and sticks and rocks. They're fun sometimes. I wish I had a pet llama. I wish I had a pet monkey, but I have neither. Okay. In case you ever need to put something in my real mailbox, but you probably won't. Okay, so this is the textbook. And you should have gotten an email from me earlier today. The textbook is not yet in, but it will be. But don't fret about that right now. But this is it. It's a page turner. Computer-mediated communication and personal relationships. I like this. And I'll also be using another book. Where are you? That is somewhere, but you don't have to buy it. I'll just sort of bring some stuff in there from that particular book. But this is by Kevin Wright and Lynn Webb, edited by those two folks. And I will let you know when the bookstore has it in. Hopefully it will be soon, but again, it's not hugely pressing right now. I'll let you read the bio. I don't know if I even, well, yeah, I added a few things to this, like Chardonnay sushi and long walks on the beach. I'm a Leo. But I wasn't on. I just have to amuse myself. Okay, but okay, you can read that stuff. Why the heck an online course? That's a really good question. I am not, and you can read this, but one of the things, a lot of folks are moving to an online sort of delivery system, delivering course content that way. I'm not a huge proponent of it because I like sort of the classroom setting, but everything is contextual, and so there are certain classes, for instance, that I think lend themselves to teaching online, and there are certain classes that are not so effective online. But generally, the advantages to a class like this, an online class, include things like convenience. You watch this stuff at home, in your PJs, eating nachos. Self-directed, in the sense that you decide when you want to watch these, though hopefully per week. So it's really, you got a lot of responsibility. That's another thing. It's not like show up to class at this time, bump and go. Up to you. Use of social networks, obviously, because we'll be doing lots of that stuff. And there's just lots of opportunities and lots of things that make an online class attractive. And particularly because of our subject matter, computer-mediated communication, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to utilize this online platform or delivery system. And it's also sort of we're learning about CMC by using CMC. So some of the things that I'll have here, our postal carrier. I'll have recorded lectures that I will ask you to watch like this. I will have PowerPoints that you can look at if you listen along to the lectures, or I try to put the PowerPoints here so you can follow along at the same time. I've never figured out a really good way of doing that because we don't have a studio at Columbia College. We don't have the capabilities to make all this sort of unbelievably fancy. That's stuff we do have online programs. We work with other organizations, whatever. But this is just me with my iPad, trying to do my best. So online lectures that you'll watch, and of course you're required to read the stuff. And I have in the syllabus what chapters you should read. And ideally you would read the stuff first and then watch or listen to my lecture, look at the PowerPoint, and through all that stuff you start understanding the materials, and then you apply the materials in books or in your own writing, or if you want to write a book, but in your own papers. You email me questions, you showcase your learning.